For those of us brought up on Around the World in 80 Days, the lure of the Reform Club, that sort of edifice of 19th century clubland in London, almost defines an era, and the sudden closure of the Groucho Club, one of the more recent clubs, following allegations of a serious crime and a suspended license, marks not just a moment of introspection and confusion in Soho, but a broader crisis in London's private members' clubs. Once this byword for countercultural exclusivity, the Groucho, for example, famed for hosting creative icons like from Kate Moss to Bill Clinton, now finds itself emblematic of a beleaguered industry facing changing tastes, financial strain, reputational challenge. The Groucho, which was only established in 1985, was a deliberate rebellion against the stuffy, male-dominated clubs of Mayfair. The things like so. For example, only a month or two ago, the Garrick voted finally to admit women. But the Groucho became a vibrant hub for the media-savvy elite, with its walls covered in contemporary art, its ethos grounded in creative inclusivity. Yet the decision to suspend its license because of allegations of a breach linked to serious criminal activity signals a stark fall from grace. And of course, all this going on while there's against the background up north of Soho-based art crime is disturbing. As Westminster City Council and the Metropolitan Police deliberate the club's fate, one cannot ignore the timing. The festive season, traditionally a cash cow for these establishments, is now a non-starter. Not unlike Heaven, it potentially jeopardizes not just revenues but its very viability. The Groucho's woes are not isolated. The Garrick, that institution of Thackeray and Dickens, embroiled in a scandal over its membership policies, with accusations of elitism tarnishing its reputation. Heaven, the iconic LGBTQ plus club under the arches at Charing Cross, faces closure because of in the middle of rising rents and changing nightlife habits. Clubland is under siege, caught between generational shifts, economic realities, possibly even political realignment. And the post-pandemic, the return of nightlife has not been equally kind to all. Younger generations often reject the exclusivity of these clubs, favouring more democratic, inclusive venues or no venues at all, as remote work diminishes the need for Soho meeting places. Rising operational costs, from sky-high rents to increased compliance requirements, make the traditional club less sustainable. The Groucho's shift under its new owner's art farm towards expansion and younger demographics hints at attempted reinvention. Its planned venue at Yorkshire Sculpture Park now feels like a bold move, rendered fragile by the closure of its London flagship. And the Groucho's predicament invites speculation. Can it recover from that sort of damage to its reputation and re-establish itself as a cornerstone of Soho's cultural scene, or will it become a relic of London's past, a name spoken wistfully by those who went to it in its heyday? The broader question remains, does Clubland as we know it, as it appears in literature and films, still have a place in modern London? It's, even films like Kingsman are loosely linked to this culture, even Bond. But rising costs, changing tastes, scandals are formidable woes. And as one Groucho veteran said, why would anyone want to be part of a club that accepts such chaos? The Groucho's closure, alongside the Garrick's controversies, Heaven's uncertain future, represents more than just isolated instance. It underscores a seismic shift in how Londoners engage with social space. And as the Met continues its investigation, Westminster Council deliberates, we must be left to ponder whether this is a momentary stumble or the twilight of an era. Are the lights of London's best clubs, like for example the Liberal Club, Very louche, but you can at least have lunch under the under the red folds of the gowns of Jeremy Thorpe, which always entertains me. But in the words of Groucho Marx himself, perhaps the modern ethos is I don't care to belong to a club at all, not one that would accept me anyway. Whether the sentiment proves prophetic remains to be seen. For now, London's clubland, I think, is probably on notice.